A breaking new audio file has surfaced from the laptop from hell. In it, the alleged voice of Hunter Biden is heard talking about his business dealings with CEFC and Patrick Ho, who Hunter himself described as the spy chief of China. Now, earlier this month, Joe and Hunter were implicated in emails published in the New York Post in an equity deal involving the Chinese firm CEFC. Emails that were corroborated by Hunter's ex-business partners who were also involved in the deal. The mainstream media and big tech have continued to suppress this story, but this latest development shows that Hunter and Joe were fully aware that they were dealing with agents of Chinese influence, and the evidence now fully implicates Hunter's involvement by word of his own mouth. This is a breaking revelation, and this is Political Election 2020. I'm Jan Smith, and I'm joined by Connor Allen.
Hello, everyone.
Now, before we get into this, listen, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe. Please give us a like. It helps us with the algorithm. Give us a comment down below. We always respond to every single comment. And as we keep saying, when we're covering this story of Hunter Biden, best thing you can do, share the video, let people know about this because it is being suppressed in the mainstream media, and now big tech, as you all know, are censoring this as well. So I want to jump straight into it. This story has come from the National Pulse. And we're going to play the audio clip. Before we do, here's the context. So Hunter Biden, in an audio file labeled most genius shit ever, appears to be referencing Patrick Ho, who was a former Secretary for Home Affairs in Hong Kong as a spy chief of China, while lamenting how his business partner Yi Jianming of CEFC China Energy has disappeared. Ho was also involved in the CEFC venture, as originally reported by the New York Post and suppressed by the media and big tech firms. The audio breaks the mainstream media's narrative that the hard drive is somehow fake or does not implicate Hunter or Joe Biden in criminal investigations and or business deals with the CCP. So I'm going to play the actual clip himself. These are allegedly Hunter Biden's own words in a clip from the laptop.
I get calls from my father to tell me that the New York Times is calling, but my old partner Eric, who literally has done me harm for I don't know how long, is the one taking the calls because my father will not stop sending the calls to Eric. I have another New York Times reporter calling about my representation of literally, Dr. Patrick Ho, the fucking spy chief of China, who started the company that my partner, who was worth $323 billion, founded, and is now missing. The richest man in the world is missing, who was my partner. He was missing since I last saw him in his $58 million apartment and signed a $4 billion deal to build the fucking largest fucking LNG port in the world. And I am receiving calls from the Southern District of New York, from the U.S. Attorney himself. My best friend in business, Devin, has named me as a witness without telling me in a criminal case, and my father without telling me.
Okay, so, I mean, Hunter Biden himself really struggles to speak in any coherent way. I really have no idea in many ways exactly what he is actually talking about. There's so many moving parts on this whole story. I mean, you've been doing research on this and you've been looking into people like Patrick Ho and Yi Jianming. What's actually going on here?
Yeah, just a bit on that. Hunter did say that it's the most genius shit ever, but as you just say, it's far from that, isn't it? From what we've just heard, the man's clearly not at the top of his game. So yeah, just to give a bit of the background of all this, okay, you can Google this yourself. It's a very innocuous. The beginnings of this, they begin in a 2017 case. So there is this company, CEFC. And basically what they do is they are a private firm with links to the Chinese government who create massive infrastructure deals around the world. They're active in the Czech Republic, for example. Around 2018, they lose, okay? And two people at roughly the same time get arrested and shown to have been involved in influence. This is Patrick Ho and Yi Jianming. Yi Jianming was the business partner who Hunter referenced. So Patrick Ho, first of all, he was arrested for bribery, and he's mentioned by name as an associate of Hunter Biden. He's arrested for bribery in the United States. He seems to be the broker in all of this. And this is a man who spends his time, he offered the foreign minister of Chad almost $500,000 in exchange for debates on fines on Chinese businesses. He's offered the same deal to people in Uganda. So quite why the son of the former vice president at the time has a long-standing connection with him. We need to examine that. And then Yi Jianming, he's the referenced business partner. In 2018, he was completely disappeared. He was accused of economic crimes by China. And then he just completely disappeared. And if you try to speak about him on the Chinese internet, if you try to type into the Chinese WhatsApp, the Chinese version of WhatsApp, his name, it's censored. Okay. Wow. He has been completely disappeared. He's just been absolutely eliminated from history by China. No one knows where he is today, by the way. So quite why Hunter is in business with this man again, but it requires some scrutiny. And then what's interesting is after these two guys, after they get taken down by China, company CEFC is instantly taken over by another company called CITIC, which is Chinese state-owned company. They're just completely absorbed overnight without any process or anything like that.
Right. Okay.
But that's crazy.
Yeah. So, you know what this kind of reminds me of? Now, we saw that, obviously, the tape leak involving Hunter Biden on that Chinese site, the gtv.org or whatever it is. And they talked about this the BYG program, right? Mm. It seems to me that this is kind of maybe a part of that program. Like you have these people, Patrick Ho, Yi Jianming, going around, as you say, they're bribing people, trying to gain influence for the Chinese state in business deals, using their wealth and their business savvy.
Undoubtedly so.
Yeah,
and the fact that the CEFC was able to be so quickly taken over by the Chinese state-owned company reveals just how involved they were in Chinese economic diplomacy and just how instrumental they were in exporting Chinese influence abroad.
So could it be that Hunter Biden, who obviously has struck a deal here, as he says in his own words, his partner Xi Jinping, the richest man in the world, could it be that he struck a deal with him here, that they've chosen him as their partner in this deal, not because he is some genius in energy trade, who's with fantastic experience and expertise? Is it maybe because of how close he is to high-profile political figures in American politics?
I mean, almost certainly. But this is the thing: we have to investigate this, and it has to be out there. And national security officials should be looking at this. But instead, what we're getting is the mainstream media refusing to report on it, and the Bidens denying it ever happened. Yet here we have it, the smoking gun. This deal exists. And not only that, Hunter is completely aware of the characters of these people. I mean, first of all, it's in the newspapers all around the world. But second of all, Hunter refers to Patrick Ho as the spy chief of China. Why would you be making business deals with, quote unquote, the spy chief of China if you're anywhere near that apparatus of the United States government?
Right. So, and the thing is, well, this deal was done or this was happening in this audio recording, I think, is possibly we can infer just from he's talking about Devon Archer there, who was undergoing a criminal case, I think in 2018. So we can probably guess that this recording is from around 2018. Now, at that time, Joe Biden supposedly was not planning to run for president again. and his business career, his political career was over, or business career, whichever way you want to think about it, was over. And maybe they thought, hey, listen, we're not going to be involved in politics. Maybe it's okay for us to be doing these kind of dealings. But the reality is he is now involved in politics. The man could very well be the president of the United States, leader of the free world, in a number of months. And yet here we have, like you say, the mainstream media, they're not even reporting on this. It's not even being investigated. I mean, I'm really deeply concerned about the prospect of, if Joe Biden does win, in a few months down the line from now, like, are they going to continue to ignore the story? Is this just going to be hushed away? Because if he is president, he's going to be in a much better position to suppress this story than he already is now.
Absolutely. And bear in mind, by the way, Hunter's own statement, he references, he's panicking basically because Ye Jianming is completely disappeared. Okay, this happens after he's been caught spreading corruption, this sort of thing. Okay, so it happens after he's failed. It seems China's, just completely abandoned him, completely liquidated CEFC. Nothing to see here, folks. Move on. And it's really quite terrifying if you think about it. But we don't know how long this relationship's gone on for, because he's been a partner for some time now. In 2018. So this could potentially go back into Joe Biden's term as vice president. And we know that Hunter Biden's dealings with Burisma certainly go back that far. There really is no telling just how compromised Joe Biden is. And we need the light of day shone on this. We need lots and lots of eyes upon this in order to make this safe. This is how you do it. The sunlight kills corruption. The more you shine the light on it, the more it withers away. The Bidens are trying to suppress this.
Yeah, I mean, this really is it's absolutely incredible what is happening. In any normal circumstance, this would be a scandal to end all scandals, as far as I can see. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. I've never seen in my lifetime something like this. The implications of corruption at such a high level and all the evidence laid before us, and just not listen. I'm not saying people should be absolutely 100% just believing all of this and saying, oh yes, it's completely true. But they should be investigating it and reporting on it. And the fact that they're not, it's deeply, deeply concerning.
I mean, and I know damn well there's going to be at least one Democrat in the comment section who says, this is nothing though, is it? Okay, so I'm saying to you right now, okay, son, the former vice president and potentially the next president, is talking openly about his business dealings with someone he knows to be, quote unquote, China's spy chief. And in public, both him and his father are denying any knowledge of it. This deserves to be investigated, no matter what.
It's absolutely incredible. Listen, I know we always say this, and I keep saying it, and I've said it 100 times, but if you are someone who wants people to see what's going on here, if you know people that haven't really heard about this because they only really follow the mainstream media, like, share this video, honestly, put it on your social media or whatever, put it out there, because this is incredible, and I think Connor's done a good job there of breaking down exactly what's going on here, because there are so many moving parts. A lot of this may just completely go over people's heads because they have no idea who all these people are and what's going on. So, please share this video, get it out there, get the message out. As and when there are new developments on this, of course, we'll do more videos on it, and just try and break it down and give people an idea of what's going on. But, as I said, this is absolutely incredible. But just until next time, thank you, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.